The Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft or Lake Zürichsee Navigation Company is a public Swiss company operating passenger ships and boats on Lake Zürichsee. The company operates services connecting lakeside towns between Zürichsee and Rapperswil, as well as more tourist-oriented cruises and boat services on the Limmat through the centre of the city of Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft. It is a member of the Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft Public Transport Network and transports over 1.5 million passengers every year. The ZSG is a joint stock company with a share capital of 11 million Swiss francs. The share capital A circumflex 1/3 is in private hands. A circumflex is divided into 110,000 bearer shares, each with a nominal value of CHF 100. Steam navigation started on Lake Zürichsee in 1834, when Franz, Caspar and Johann Jakob Lämmlin founded a new company and ordered their first ship from William Fairbairn of Manchester, England. The Minerva entered service the following year. When the cuty fortifications were abolished, the then called Bauschänzli bastion remained intact and served from 1835 to 1883 as the landing site for the first steamboats on the lake, later provided by the Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft. Over the years, various other companies started operating steamships on the lake, and various mergers took place, until the entire fleet was taken over by the Swiss North Eastern Railway in 1874. The NOB also owned most of the railway network around the lake, and this monopoly led to consumer resistance and to the formation of the Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft in 1890-91. In order to operate a tram-like suburban traffic, a series of 9 screw steamships was ordered. When the NOB became part of the Swiss Federal Railways in 1903, the Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft took over its fleet of ships on Lake Zürichsee. This included the large paddle steamer Helvetia. In 1909 and 1914, it ordered 2 further large paddle steamers, which were to become today's Stadt Zürichsee and Stadt Rapperswil respectively. In 1934 the Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft introduced its first successful motor ship, the Etzel, and from then on the fleet became increasingly motorized. For the Swiss National Exhibition of 1939, 4 sister motor ships, the Torcherli, Schwan, M8-V and Ent, were placed into service. These vessels provided a connecting service between the 2 exhibition sites, at Willishofen and Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft. The Second World War brought economic difficulties, but the cross-lake services were maintained. As a consequence of the transition from steam power to motor vessels, the company changed its name to Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft, or ZSG for short, in 1957. In 1990, the ZSG became part of the Zürichsee-Verkehrsverbund, the public transport network established in the same year, accepting the ZVV's common tickets and tariffs. In 2009 there was a centennial exhibition on board Stadt Zürichsee at Zürichsee-Ba-Kliplitz. On June 12, 2009, exactly 100 years after the maiden voyage of the steamship Stadt Zürichsee, its anniversary trip with invited guests, and its sister ship Stadt Rapperswil was celebrated. And in 2014 for its then 100 years aged sister ship. A fleet of 17 passenger ships, including 2 historical paddle steamers, a circumflex Stadt Zürichsee and Stadt Rapperswil a circumflex, and 15 motor vessels of various sizes is operated by the Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft. ZSG's flagship MS Helvetia has a capacity of 1,200 passengers. The fleet includes 3 small Limmat boats for round trips on the Limmat, and on the lower Lake Zürichsee-Schifffahrtsgesellschaft. The paddle steamer Helvetia, built in 1875 and last operated in 1958, was scrapped in 1964. The so-called Landy boot built for the Swiss National Exposition of 1939 a circumflex MS Etzel, Halbinselo, MA tilde paragraph V and Spear a circumflex were decommissioned at the end of the 1990s and replaced by 3 motor ships of the Albus type a circumflex Albus, Pfannenstiel, and Uetliberg a circumflex in addition to 2 smaller motor ships a circumflex Zimmerberg and Forch. The ZSG operates regular round trips from its main ZA-1/4 landing point BA-1/4 Lippertz. In summer, trips taking 4 hours operate every hour and stop on both shores of the lower lake at ZA-1/4 Horn, Wollishofen, Kilchberg Bendliken, KA-1/4 Snacked Hesley-Bach, KA-1/4 Snacked, Zulliken, Milan, Herliberg, RA-1/4 Schleichen, Thalwil, Erlenbach, Oberrieden, Horgen, Openinsula, WA-symbol Richterswil, STA-symbol Far, MA-symbol Nedif, Uffenreiland and Rapperswil. A few trips continue through the Herdenship Canal to the Upper Lake, or Obersee, calling at Altendorf, Lachen, and Schmeriken, and take 7 hours.